Alright, this is another how-to. This is the German Tier 3 ship, the Nassau. She's a very forgiving ship and a lot of fun to play. She's got a lot of hit points, 35,400, and that makes her very user-friendly. Really, there's not a lot of tactics you have to pay attention to when you're driving this ship. The main one is do not get within torpedo range of enemy destroyers when you are all alone and have nobody to help you. Because this is a slow and big dreadnought battleship. Enemy destroyers will plug you with torps. In this game, I pretty much didn't care. I just went for it. I went charging right in. Opened fire on just about everything that floated. That was just what I was in the mood for. Really what you want to do on battleships is stay behind your cruisers. Let the destroyers go out ahead, then the cruisers, and then you, and support your cruisers with long-range fire. Or at least medium-range fire. But, like I said, with this ship, you got so much armor. Go ahead and just plow right through the middle of them like a bull if you want to. Now the ship does have 6 turrets, one on the front, centerline mounted, one on the back, centerline mounted, then 2 on the port side and 2 on the starboard. Which means you only have to worry about a couple of guns having to rotate 180 degrees. It's really easy to get your guns on target with this ship. Whether on the starboard side or the port side, you don't have to worry about turret rotation, at least not entirely. She's got 6 turrets, each with 2 guns, 283 millimeters per gun, with a 22-second reload, which is pretty darn good. She'll only do 20 knots. Just about everybody else, even lower-tiered ships, can easily beat that. So you might as well just give it 3/4 speed and move on up ahead. Now there's a destroyer. I was expecting to see one. That's an enemy. I don't know what kind of ship it is, but I've got a high explosive loaded. I expected to see the destroyers first. The dispersion at max range on these guns is 160 something, 165 meters, which is pretty far. So at long range, don't expect to land every shot. But that one was close range, and I went right under his gun, penetrated, and detonated his magazine. How nice. So now I got cruisers coming in. You want to switch to armor piercing for cruisers. So he's coming around the corner. I'm getting ready to load and ready loaded. I can go ahead and unload on this guy. Got a citadel penetration. AP either over-penetrates bounces, which are not good, or you get a citadel, which is very good. And this guy got a whole lot closer than I expected. So, you know what? What the hey? I haven't rammed anybody in a long time. I didn't have to, but why not? I just want to blow something up. Ouch! I wasn't expecting to lose half my health. But probably a good thing that I did, because my buddy there launched 2 torpedoes, and he probably would have torped me if it hadn't been for me ramming that guy. Anyway, so I hit my repair and unload on another guy. Yep, sunk him. That was a Chester. Chesters against battleships have no chance. Oh, there's somebody else behind him. Might as well unload on him. Can I get him? Just a couple of seconds to load. I'm turning a bit. How do I do? Good lead. Got him. Alright. And that was also AP. The guns have a range of 9.2 kilometers, but enemies will see you at 10.4. Not good. So as soon as you get the points for it, you get enough experience, your captain does at least, get the increased range captain skill. That'll boost you up to a 10.1 range on your guns, well, which makes it a lot easier to get some damage done to the enemy and be within range of them. It's a terrible thing when they can see you, they can shoot you, but you can't shoot them. AA on this ship is terrible. 4 88mm guns. So you can fully expect that any enemy aircraft are going to come after you, and it'll be a tough fight to keep them off of you. The high explosive shells do 3,200 damage on a good hit, and the armor piercing shells do 7,200 in damage with a good hit. That's quite a bit more, isn't it? The high explosive have a 19% chance of starting a fire per hit. Now this guy, I was holding fire because, well, friendly was there, but I just couldn't hold it, and I wound up shooting. But watch what happens when I fire again. 2 of my shots hit a friendly ship. Now my friendly ship was dead. It was sinking, so I didn't get penalized for it. But it goes to show, don't fire if you stand a chance of hitting one of your friends, because that's a very serious penalty in this game. In real life, it can get you thrown in the brig at least. So we got one enemy who's creeping around the corner of the big island at F7, and then we got someone at F6 that I can just barely see. So I'm going to be doing a little zigzag here, alternating fire between these 2 ships, and they are going to be hurting me. But all I can really do is alternate fire. Yes, I suppose I could pick one, but I decided just what the hey, alternate back and forth. I am on fire, but remember, this ship is basically a damage sponge. You can continue firing, and you should be okay. Yes, there is a limit to what you can take. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't get credit for that kill. Let's see if I can take this guy out with a shot. He's broadside, and that is the best way to do damage. 7,000 damage. That's great. When they're angled like this, if they have the bow or the stern toward you, high explosive is usually a good way to go, but this guy's on fire from stem to stern. I couldn't start another fire on him if I wanted to, so I might as well stick with armor piercing. And this should do it. Yep, one of our friends got him. So, 65,522 damage. Really nice. Sunk 5. 37 hits with 24 penetrations, only 9 over penetrations and 4 ricochets. That's not bad. I did a good job of selecting my ammo types. 1 incapacitation, 5 destroyed, and we go down the line here. If you fire your armor-piercing rounds at a ship that has thicker armor, then you risk a bounce. Sank 5, that's always nice. Kohlberg, I'm going to stop this playback. Take a look at my damage here. 4 shells with about 1,000, 2 shells with 1,500. It would have been good to stick with armor-piercing shells against the Kohlberg, but I did do a couple high explosive. You're going to have to learn as you play all these different ships and all these different situations, whether they're pointed toward you or broadside to you, what kind of ammo to use. And this one, sticking with AP would have been the way to go, but I did use some high explosive shells on him. Figuring out which ammo to use and when to use it can make a huge difference in this game in your success or failures. And it does take practice. It really does. Watch other videos, see how the battle unfolds, and figure out where you want to use your ammo. Now moving on to credits and experience. Hello. There we go. 45,421 silver. Not bad at all. When you get into the higher tiers, you can expect that they're going to start costing you money instead of winning you money. World of Warships definitely wants you to play all tiers, no matter what your experience level. Let's take a look at the armor layout on this ship. I'm going to take off all of these layers and get down to the citadel, which is the golden box. That's where you want to put your shells. But in this ship, you can see it's at or below the waterline with only 20 millimeters or 38 millimeters around it. When it's above the waterline with not much ammo, you get to worry. So we'll put in the plating. And you can see there's quite a bit around the citadel. And these are the thicknesses of this armor as it covers the citadel is over and above the citadel armor. So you can see these guns are quite heavily armored, 250, 90 millimeter, 60 millimeter, and that's on top of an existing citadel. Then we also put on the armor belts, additional 210, 160, etc., plus the 19 or 10 millimeter armor thickness at the front. That's an awful lot of armor layered on top of each other. This is one tough little boat, and it can take a lot of hits, and it's very forgiving. So, thank you for watching. Enjoy, have fun, and stay safe.